Hello, my dear friend. I'm so happy you are here with me today. My name is Anna, and this is the VUS Learning English podcast. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me today. I know your time is special, and I am grateful you are sharing it here. Today, we are going to talk about something very exciting. It is a topic that can change your life. We are going to talk about learning. Not just learning, we will talk about learning new things fast. So fast that it feels like a secret power. This episode is for you. It is for anyone who wants to learn something new. Maybe you want to learn English better. Maybe you want to learn to play the guitar. Or maybe you want to learn how to cook. Whatever you want to learn, this episode will help you. It will give you hope. It will give you a plan. Before we begin, I want to ask you for a small favor. If you enjoy our time together, please think about following or subscribing to our podcast. It is a small click for you, but it is a big help for us. It helps our little community grow. It helps us reach more learners just like you. Thank you, my friend. Now get comfortable. Find a quiet place. Maybe you have a warm cup of tea. I have a question for you. Where are you listening from today? You can tell me in the comments if you like. I love to read where all my friends are from. It makes the world feel smaller and warmer. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. My friend, I want to ask you something. Do you ever feel that learning is very hard? Do you sometimes think, oh, I'm not smart enough? Do you look at other people and think they are just born talented? You see someone play the piano so well. Or you see someone speak English so easily. And you think, that is not possible for me. You feel like you are moving very, very slowly, like a little turtle, while everyone else is a fast rabbit. Many of us feel this way. So many of us believe a story that says learning must be hard, a story that says it must take many, many years. People talk about the 10,000-hour rule. They say you need to practice for 10,000 hours to be great. 10,000 hours. That is so much time. It sounds difficult. It can make us feel tired before we even start. But what if I told you something? What if that story is not true? What if the biggest thing stopping you is not your talent? What if it is not your age? What if it is not your brain? What if it is just the way you are learning, the method you are using? Today, we will learn a new way. A better way, a kinder way to learn. This way works with your brain, not against it. The world's fastest learners are not aliens. They do not have a special gift from birth. They have a special method, a secret process. And I'm going to share that secret process with you today. It is not magic. It is science. It is about how our amazing brains work. By the end of our time together, you will have a map to learn anything you want, so please listen with an open heart. First, we need to understand something very important about your brain. For a long, long time, people believed our brains were fixed. They thought your brain was like a stone, that it was set when you were a child, and you could not change it. You were either smart or not smart. And that was it for your whole life. This idea made so many people sad. It made so many people give up on their dreams. They thought, I cannot change. This is who I am. But listen to this wonderful news. Modern science shows us this is completely wrong, 100% wrong. Your brain is not a hard stone. It is not concrete. Your brain is soft, like clay, or like a garden. You can change it every day. every moment, with your thoughts and your actions. This amazing ability has a scientific name, but we do not need big words. Let's just call it your brain's secret superpower. Your brain has the power to change itself. It can grow new connections. It can learn new things. At any age, whether you are 5 years old or 25 or 75, your brain is ready to learn. The rule is very simple. It is almost like a beautiful poem. When parts of your brain work together, they grow stronger together. Let's imagine something together. Imagine your brain is a big, dark forest. There are no roads. There are no paths, just lots of trees. Now, you decide to learn something new. Let's say you want to learn a new English word. The first time you try to remember this word, it is like you are in that forest. You have to create a new path. You push through the trees. It is slow. It feels strange. It takes a lot of energy. You have created a tiny, tiny path. It is very hard to see. This is a new connection in your brain. It is very weak at first. Now, what happens if you practice that word again tomorrow? You go back to the forest. You find that tiny path. You walk on it again. This time it is a little easier. The path is a little clearer. It is not so hard. What if you practice it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day? Every time you practice, you walk on that path. Each trip makes the path bigger and wider and smoother. Soon, that tiny path is not tiny anymore. It becomes a trail. Then the trail becomes a small road. And if you keep practicing, that small road becomes a big highway, a super highway in your brain. What was very hard at first is now easy. What was slow is now fast. What felt strange now feels natural. It is automatic. This is not just a nice story, my friend. This is a real thing happening inside your head. The connections in your brain are physically changing. They are growing stronger, thicker, and faster. You have really, truly rewired your brain. A wise neuroscientist, a brain scientist named Dr. Judy Willis, said something simple and powerful. She said, "Practice makes permanent." Permanent means forever. Whatever you practice, you are building a road for it in your brain. The more you use a brain road, the stronger it gets. This is the big secret. Top learners are not lucky. They are brain gardeners. They know they are planting seeds. They are watering the paths they want to grow. They know that learning is a physical process. It is like building a house inside your mind. So, this is the very first step before you do anything else. You must believe this. You must believe in your own power to change. Your skills right now are just a picture in time. It is not your whole story. It is not a life sentence. Your brain is waiting for you. It is ready for your instructions. So let's learn how to give it the right instructions. We will now learn a 4-step process. This process is your map. It is your guide to building those super highways in your brain. Are you ready for step 1? Let's go. Part 1. Step 1. Find your fuel. Imagine you have a beautiful, fast car, a race car, the best car in the world. But what happens if this car has no fuel, no gasoline? It cannot go anywhere. It is just a beautiful object. It cannot move. Motivation is the fuel for your brain. It is the energy that makes you go. Without motivation, even the best learning methods will not work. They are like the car with no fuel. But what is motivation? Is it a magic feeling that just appears? No. Motivation is not a mystery. You do not have to wait for it. You can create it. You can make it yourself. anytime you want. How? We have a simple formula. It has 3 parts. Let's learn them together. The 3 parts are 1, a strong reason why. 2, good energy for your brain and body. 3, tiny steps. Let's talk about the first part, a strong reason why. Some people call this your purpose. Your brain is very smart. It is designed to save energy. It does not want to work on things that are not important. If your brain thinks something is useless, it will not give you energy for it. This is why learning something you have to do feels so hard, and learning something you want to do feels so exciting. Think about this. Imagine a student. He has to learn Spanish for a class at school. He does not like Spanish. He is only doing it to pass a test. His reason why is weak. It is, I have to pass this class. Now, imagine another person. She is also learning Spanish, but she is learning Spanish because she fell in love. She met someone from Spain, and she wants to talk to their family. She wants to understand their culture. Her heart is full of emotion and love. Her reason why is very strong. It is personal. It is emotional. It is, I want to connect with the person I love and their family. Who do you think will learn Spanish faster? The second person, of course. When things get hard, she will not give up. When she feels frustrated, she will remember her reason. Her strong why will pull her forward. Your reason why is your anchor. It holds you steady when the weather is bad. Willpower is not enough. Willpower is like a small battery. It runs out. A strong purpose is like the sun. It is always there. So, how do you find your strong why? It is a beautiful exercise. Do not just make a simple goal. A simple goal is, I want to learn to code. This is okay, but it is not deep. We need to go deeper. You can use the 5 whys exercise. Ask yourself why 5 times. Let's try it together. Goal. I want to learn to code. 1. Why do you want to learn to code? Because I want to get a better job. 2. Why do you want a better job? Because I want to make more money. 3. Why do you want to make more money? Because I want to give my family a comfortable life. I want to buy a nice house. 4. Why do you want to give your family a comfortable life? Because my parents worked so hard for me. I want them to be proud and relaxed. 5. Why do you want them to be proud and relaxed? Because seeing them happy is the most important thing in the world to me. It is my definition of success. Wow, do you feel that? We started with learn to code. We ended with love for family and personal success. That is a strong reason. That is a purpose. It is emotional. It is real. When you feel tired of coding, you will not think about coding. You will think about your family's happy faces, and you will find the energy to continue. So before you start any new skill, do this. Take a paper and a pen. Ask yourself why 5 times. Find the real deep reason in your heart. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. This is the fuel for your journey. Now for the second part of our motivation formula. Good energy for your brain and body. Your brain is a small part of your body. It is only about 2% of your body's weight, but it is very hungry. It uses 20% of your body's energy and oxygen. It is a super powerful engine, and a powerful engine needs good fuel. You can have the best why in the world, but if your body and brain are tired, you cannot learn. You are running on empty. We often think that sleep, food, and exercise are extras, We think they are things we can do if we have time. This is a big, big mistake for a learner. These are not extras. They are essential. They are the foundation. Let's start with sleep. Sleep is not wasted time. When you are sleeping, your brain is working very hard. It is like a night team in a library. During the day, you put many new books in the library. The books are messy. They are everywhere. During the night, the sleep team comes in. They take the important books, your new memories. They put them on the right shelves. They make them neat and organized so you can find them later. They also take out the trash, the unimportant information. This makes space for new learning tomorrow. If you do not sleep enough, it is like telling the night team not to come to work. Your library becomes a mess. You cannot find anything. You feel confused and forgetful. So please, my friend, value your sleep. It is one of the most powerful learning tools you have. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of good sleep every night. Your brain will thank you. Next is food and water. Your brain is about 75% water. When you do not drink enough water, your brain suffers. Even a small lack of water can hurt your focus and your memory. So keep a bottle of water with you. Drink it through the day. It is a simple thing, but it makes a big difference. And food. Your brain needs a steady supply of energy. It does not like the ups and downs from sugar and junk food. Eating a lot of sugar is like a big firework. It goes up fast, then it comes down fast, and you feel tired and foggy. Good brain food gives you slow, steady energy, like a candle that burns for a long time. What are some good brain foods? Things like leafy greens like spinach, fish with healthy fats like salmon, blueberries, which are like little brain protectors, nuts and seeds. These foods give your brain the building blocks it needs to work well. You do not need a perfect diet. Just try to add more of these good things every day. Finally, let's talk about exercise. Moving your body is amazing for your brain. When you exercise, your heart pumps more blood. This sends more oxygen to your brain, and your brain loves oxygen. But something even more magical happens. Exercise releases a special chemical in your brain. Scientists call it BDNF. Let's call it Miracle Grow for the brain. It is like fertilizer for a garden. This chemical helps your brain cells grow. It helps them connect. It makes your brain stronger and more ready to learn. You do not need to run a marathon. A simple, brisk walk for 30 minutes is wonderful. Dancing to your favorite song is wonderful. Riding a bicycle is wonderful. Taking a short break to walk is not wasting time. You are directly helping your brain's ability to learn. So please move your body every day. It is a gift to yourself. So that is the second part of our fuel, energy. Good sleep, good food, good movement. Take care of your body, and your body will take care of your brain. Now, for the third and final piece of the motivation formula. This one is very important when you feel stuck. It is tiny, tiny steps. What is the biggest killer of motivation? Feeling overwhelmed. When you think about learning a whole new language like Japanese, like you think about all of the characters, all the grammar, all the new words, it feels like a giant mountain. So big you cannot even see the top. Your brain sees this huge mountain and says, "No way, that is too much work. I am tired just thinking about it." And then you procrastinate. You decide to start tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. The secret is to forget the mountain. Completely forget it. Do not look at the top, Just look at the single small stone right in front of your feet. Your job is not to climb the mountain today. Your job is only to move that one small stone. You are not learning Japanese today. No. Today, you are learning to write 5 hiragana characters. That's it. Just 5. Can you do that? Yes. Yes, you can. It is a small, simple step. It is not scary. This does 2 magical things. First, it makes it very, very hard to procrastinate. The task is too small to feel difficult. It's easier to do it than to make an excuse. Second, something wonderful happens in your brain when you finish. When you learn those 5 characters, you check it off your list. You completed your goal for the day. In that moment, your brain gives you a little reward. It releases a happy chemical called dopamine. Dopamine feels good. It is your brain's way of saying, "Hey, good job. I liked that. Let's do it again." You have started a beautiful cycle. A tiny action creates a small win. The small win releases a happy chemical. The happy chemical gives you energy and motivation for the next tiny action. This is how you build momentum, not by thinking about the giant mountain, but by moving one small stone, then another, then another. One day you will look back and you will be halfway up the mountain. And you did it by taking one tiny step at a time. So this is step 1. Activate your motivation. Find your deep emotional why. Give your brain and body the energy they need. And focus only on one small, simple step at a time. This is the fuel. Now, let's learn how to use that fuel. Let's go to step 2. Part 2. Step 2, focus like a laser. If motivation is the fuel, then focus is the engine. Focus is what turns your energy into real progress. Let's be honest, my friend. The world we live in today is a very noisy place. Our attention is always being pulled in many directions. Your phone buzzes, a new email pops up, a notification from social media appears. Every app on your phone wants a little piece of your attention. We have been told a lie. The lie is that doing many things at the same time or multitasking is a good skill, that it means you are productive. The truth is, multitasking is a myth. It is not real. Your brain cannot focus on 2 difficult things at the same time. What you are really doing is called task switching. You are switching your attention very quickly from your book to your phone to your email back to your book. Every time you switch, you pay a price. Your brain has to stop, change gears, and start again. It takes energy. It takes time. It is like trying to fill a bucket of water, but the bucket has many small holes in it. You keep pouring water in your effort, but the water keeps leaking out your lost focus. You work very hard, but the bucket never gets full. Learning feels slow and frustrating. The answer to this is deep focus. Deep focus is a superpower in our noisy world. When you decide to do only one thing, you give your brain a powerful message. You are saying, "This is important. Pay attention." And your brain listens. When you focus deeply, something amazing happens on your brain's highways. Your brain starts to build a special coating around the path. This coating is called myelin. We can think of it as pavement for your brain roads. This pavement makes the road super smooth and fast. The information can travel much, much faster. Up to 100 times faster. Deep focused work builds these fast-paved highways. Distracted, shallow work does not. It leaves the path bumpy and slow. Think of your attention like a light. You can have a lamp that spreads a weak, dim light all over a room. You can see many things, but not very clearly. This is distracted work. Or you can focus that light into a single powerful laser beam. This beam is so strong it can cut through steel. This is deep focus. 1 hour of pure, deep, focused learning is more powerful than 5 hours of distracted studying. It is not about more time. It is about better quality time. So, how do we do this? How do we create this laser beam of focus? Here are 3 simple ideas. First, create a quiet space. Your environment is very powerful. It can help you or hurt you. Do not use your willpower to fight distractions. That is a battle you will lose. It is better to remove the distractions completely. When it is your time to learn, make a fortress of focus. Your phone is the biggest enemy of focus. The best thing to do is put it in another room. If you cannot do that, turn it completely off, not on silent, off, and put it in a drawer out of your sight. Close all the extra tabs on your computer. Turn off all notifications. Find a quiet corner in your home. Tell your family or roommates, I need 30 minutes of quiet time, please. Create a special place that is only for learning. When you sit there, your brain knows it is time to focus. Second, work in short, timed blocks. This is like exercise for your focus muscle. You do not go to the gym and lift weights for 5 hours straight. You lift for a bit, then you rest. You can do the same with your brain. A very famous method is called the Pomodoro technique, but you don't need to remember the name. The idea is simple. Set a timer for a short period, maybe 25 minutes. This is a good start. During these 25 minutes, you promise yourself one thing. You will only work on your one task. No phone, no email, no distractions. Just you and your learning. If a random thought comes into your mind like, oh, I need to buy milk, do not worry. Keep a small notepad next to you. Write down buy milk. Then immediately go back to your task. You can think about the milk later. When the timer rings, you stop. You have earned a real break. Get up, stretch your body, get a glass of water, look out the window. Your break should be about 5 minutes. During this break, do not check your phone. That is not a real rest for your brain. Let your mind relax and be free. This break is very important. It is when your brain works to save what you just learned. After your 5-minute break, you can start another 25-minute block. You can do this 4 times, and then you can take a longer break, maybe 30 minutes. This method trains your focus. At first, 25 minutes might feel very long. Your mind will want to wander. That is normal. Just gently bring it back to your task. Like any muscle, your focus muscle will get stronger with practice. Soon, you will be able to focus for longer periods. Third, have a clear, small goal for your focus time. Before you start your timer, ask yourself, what is the one thing I want to finish in the next 25 minutes? Be very specific. Not, I will study English. That is too big. A good goal is, I will read 2 pages of this English book and write down all the new words, or I will practice the past tense with 10 example sentences. A clear micro goal gives your laser beam a target. It tells your brain exactly what to do. This makes your focus much sharper. The world's fastest learners are masters of focus. They are not superhuman. They just protect their attention with great care. They know that focus is not a feeling to wait for. It is a skill to build, an environment to create. This was step 2. Focus like a laser. Protect your attention. Work in timed blocks. Set a tiny goal for each block. Now you have fuel and you have an engine. Let's move to step 3, where the real magic happens. Part 3. Step 3. Teach to learn. You have your motivation. You have your focus. You are learning new things. The information is going into your brain. You read a book. You watch a video. You listen to a podcast. You feel good. You nod your head and think, yes, I understand this. This makes sense. But be careful, my friend. This feeling can be a trap. It is called the illusion of knowing. The illusion of knowing is when you feel familiar with something, but you do not truly understand it deeply. You have seen it, but you do not own it. The knowledge is weak. It is fragile, like a house made of cards. How do we turn this fragile knowledge into a strong house of bricks? How do we make it truly ours? There is a powerful secret. A secret that separates the beginner from the master. The secret is this: to truly learn something, you must try to teach it. This is maybe the most powerful learning accelerator in the world. When you try to explain an idea to someone else, you force your brain to work differently. You are no longer a passive person receiving information. You become an active person creating understanding. The moment you start to explain, you will find the holes in your own knowledge. You might say, so the first step is this, and the second step is that. And then, wait a minute. How does this part connect to that part again? That uh-oh moment is pure gold. That is not a sign of failure. It is a gift. Your brain is showing you exactly what you do not understand. It is giving you a map of where you need to go back and study more. This idea is sometimes called the Feynman technique. It is named after a very famous scientist, Richard Feynman. He was a genius, and people thought he was a great teacher. But his secret was that he used teaching to learn. He refused to believe he understood something until he could explain it in very, very simple words. As the great scientist Albert Einstein maybe said, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Trying to explain something simply forces you to find the main idea, the core of the concept. You have to throw away all the confusing details and find the simple truth. Teaching what you learn has so many benefits. First, it makes you remember much, much more. If you know you have to teach something later, you learn it differently. You pay more attention. You look for the big ideas. You organize the information in your head. Second, it makes your understanding clear and strong. You cannot hide behind big words when you teach. You must use simple language. This process of simplification builds a deep and solid understanding in your mind. Third, it gives you a big boost of confidence. When you explain something to a friend and you see the light in their eyes, the moment they say, "Oh, now I get it," that is an amazing feeling. It is real proof that you know what you are talking about. You feel competent. You feel proud. And this feeling of confidence gives you more motivation to keep learning. It is another beautiful cycle. So how can you do this? You do not need a classroom full of students. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Here are some simple ways to teach what you learn. 1. Explain it to a friend. After you finish your learning session, call a friend or family member. Say, "Hey, can I tell you something cool I learned today? It will only take 2 minutes." Then try to explain it to them in simple terms. 2. Use the empty room method. If you are alone, that is perfectly fine. Stand up. Imagine there is someone in the room with you and explain the concept out loud to the empty room. It might feel a little strange at first, but the important part is to say the words out loud. Hearing yourself speak is very different from thinking the thoughts in your head. It forces clarity. 3. Write it down for a beginner. Open a fresh page in your notebook. At the top, write an explanation for someone who knows nothing about this. Then write down your explanation. Use simple sentences. Use analogies and stories. Pretend you are writing an email to a 10-year-old child. 4. Create something. The act of creating is a powerful way to teach. You can start a simple blog and write a short post about what you learned. You can record a short audio message on your phone, explaining the idea. You can draw a picture or a diagram, make a mind map. The format does not matter. The action of creating is what matters. It forces you to organize your thoughts. So please, my friend, make this a part of your learning habit. Do not end a learning session without this final step. After you focus and learn, take 5 or 10 minutes to teach in some way. You learn things twice. First, when the information comes in, and second, much more deeply when the information goes out. When you give it away, you get to keep it forever. This is step 3. Teach to learn. It is the bridge from knowing something to truly understanding it. We have one final step. This is the step that makes your new skill stick. It makes it permanent. Let's go to the final step. Step 4, practice the smart way. We have all heard the old saying, practice makes perfect. People say it all the time, and it sounds wise, but it is not completely true. In fact, it can be dangerous advice. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Let me say that again. Practice makes permanent. Whatever you repeat, your brain learns to do very well. The path in your brain gets stronger and stronger. So if you practice playing the guitar with the wrong hand position, you will become an expert at playing with the wrong hand position. You are building a super highway for a bad habit. If you practice saying an English word with the wrong pronunciation again and again, you will become very, very good at saying it wrong. It will be very hard to change later. So it is not just about practicing. It is about the quality of your practice, the way you practice. This is what I call practicing the smart way, or intelligent practice. Smart practice is the final step. It is how you make sure your new skills do not disappear after a few days. It is how you move them into your forever memory. Smart practice has 3 important parts. Let's learn them together. The first part is practice with a clear goal. This is also called deliberate practice. This means your practice is focused. It is thoughtful, and it is a little bit difficult. It is not about just repeating something easily. It is about pushing yourself just a little bit outside your comfort zone. That is where real growth happens. For example, if you are learning a song on the piano, do not just play the whole song from beginning to end over and over. That is passive practice. Instead, listen to yourself carefully. Find the part that is difficult. Maybe there is one chord change that you always play slowly or mess up. Okay, that is your target. Now you practice only that one difficult part. Play that one chord change. Slowly, again and again and again, until it is smooth, until it feels easy. This is practice with a goal. You are not just practicing piano. You are fixing this difficult chord change. It is focused. It is smart. It requires you to get feedback, see your mistakes, and correct them. The second part of SMART practice is maybe the biggest memory hack of all. It is called spaced repetition, repeating things with space in between. Let's talk about forgetting. Forgetting is normal. When you learn something new, your brain starts to forget it almost right away. There's a famous graph called the forgetting curve. It shows that you can forget most of a new lesson in just 1 or 2 days. Have you ever studied very hard for a test? You study all night. You put all the information in your brain, you take the test, and you do well. But what happens 1 week later? Where is all that information? It's gone. Almost all of it. You used your short-term memory. The information never moved into your long-term, forever memory. Spaced repetition is the solution to this problem. It is a very smart way to work with your brain's natural forgetting curve. Here's how it works. You learn something new today. You are going to start forgetting it. But just before it fades away completely, you review it, maybe tomorrow. This first review is important. You have to use a little effort to remember it. You pull it back from the edge of forgetting. This effort sends a powerful signal to your brain. It says, hey, I needed this information. This is important. Hold on to it tighter next time. So your brain makes the memory stronger. Now, the forgetting curve is slower. You can wait a little longer before the next review. Maybe you wait 3 days this time. After 3 days, you review it again. Again, you have to use a little effort. Again, you send a signal to your brain. Hey, still important. Make it stronger. Your brain makes the memory even stronger. Now you can wait a whole week. Then you review it again. Then maybe you wait 2 weeks. Then a month. You are reviewing the information at longer and longer intervals. 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and so on. This process is incredibly powerful. It is the most efficient way to move information into your permanent memory. How can you do this? You can make your own flashcards and create a schedule. Or you can use technology to help. There are wonderful apps for your phone or computer. Apps like Anki or Quizlet. These apps are like a smart personal tutor. You put your information in them. For example, New English vocabulary words. The app knows about the forgetting curve. It will show you the right word at the perfect time, just before you are about to forget it. This is a game changer for learning anything that needs memorization. Facts, dates, formulas, vocabulary, rules. Using spaced repetition feels like a learning superpower. Now, for the third and final part of SMART practice, it is practice with variety, mixing it up. Your brain is amazing, but it can get bored. If you review the exact same thing in the exact same way every time, it becomes less effective. Your brain likes novelty. It likes new things. So, to keep your brain engaged, you should change how you practice. Let's say you are learning about a historical event from a book. Here is how you can practice with variety using spaced repetition. Day 1, you read the chapter in the book. Day 2, first review. You do not just read it again. Instead, you listen to a podcast about that same event. You are getting the same information, but in a different way, listening instead of reading. Day 5, second review. You explain the main points of the event to a friend. Now you are practicing by teaching. Day 10, third review. You create a simple visual timeline. You draw a line and mark the important dates and events. Now you are practicing in a visual way. Day 20, review. You write a short paragraph about why this event was important. Now you are practicing by writing and thinking critically. Do you see? You are reviewing the same topic, but each time you are using a different part of your brain. You are building many different roads to the same piece of knowledge. This creates a rich, strong web of connections in your brain. The knowledge is not just one lonely path. It is a big city with many roads leading to it. It is almost impossible to forget. It is stuck in your brain forever. This is step 4. Practice the smart way. Use deliberate practice with a clear goal. Use spaced repetition to fight forgetting. And use practice with variety to make your knowledge strong and flexible. My dear friend, we have been on a journey together today. We have learned the 4-step process that the world's fastest learners use. It is not a magic trick. It is not cheating. It is simply learning how to work with your beautiful brain, not against it. It is learning to speak your brain's language. Let's gently review the 4 steps one last time. Step 1. Find your fuel. You activate your motivation by finding a deep personal reason why you are learning. You give your brain good energy with sleep, food, and movement. And you start with tiny, simple steps to build momentum. Step 2. Focus like a laser. You create a quiet space, free from distractions. You work in short, timed blocks to build your focus muscle. You give yourself a clear, small goal for each session. Step 3, teach to learn. You do not just consume information. You share it, you explain it, you create with it. This turns fragile knowledge into deep understanding. And step 4, practice the smart way. You remember that practice makes permanent, so you practice with a clear goal. You use spaced repetition to move knowledge into your forever memory. And you practice with variety to make your learning strong and deep. This process is a map. It still needs you to walk the path. It still requires your effort. It still requires your consistency. But it is a map that shows you the best and kindest road. It helps you make sure that every minute you spend on learning is a good minute, that every bit of your effort pays you back. The ability to learn new things well and quickly is the most important skill of all. It is a meta skill, a skill that helps you get all other skills. It opens every door you want to open. And this skill is not for a special few. It is for you. It is for everyone. Your brain is the most powerful and wonderful technology on this entire planet. You carry it with you everywhere. It is time to learn how to use it with love and wisdom. Learning is a journey, my friend. It has sunny days and it has rainy days. Be kind to yourself on this journey. Some days you will move fast. Other days you will move slowly, and that is perfectly okay. Every step, no matter how small, is progress. Every step is a victory. Thank you. Thank you for listening with an open heart today. Thank you for giving me your time and your attention. It means the world to me. Now I have a question for you. After listening to this, what is the one skill you want to learn? What is the one thing you are going to apply this process to? If you feel comfortable, please share it in the comments below. Writing your goal down is a powerful first step. It makes it real, and we can all support and encourage each other. If this episode gave you a new way to think about learning, please consider giving it a like or a 5-star review. It helps other people find our warm and friendly community. And please subscribe or follow so you do not miss our next episode together. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. Believe in your brain. Believe in yourself. Don't just learn. Learn with joy. Learn with wisdom. Until we meet again, take good care of yourself. See you next time, my friend.